Hi guys, in this lecture we are going to discuss the earth leakage circuit breaker, which is known as ELCB. In addition, the electrical faults such as the earth leakage and the short circuit. Here we go. Why do we use the earth leakage circuit breaker? We use the earth leakage circuit breaker to be unsafe and to avoid disasters. You have to know that the ground or the earth has a very low resistance, so that if there is a leakage current, it means the current is passing through the earth or the ground. What do we mean by a leakage current? A leakage current means that the current is strayed from the right way, or in other words, the current is no longer moving or passing through its own way. I will simplify it more. The current must move from the voltage source or the main supply to the load, then go back to the main supply, again from the main supply to the load, and so on. But if it doesn't move in this way, there is something wrong, which is called leakage. So a leakage occurs when the live wire or neutral wire touch the earth. Usually leakage happens by an accident. It might happen due to the load, due to the bad insulation in the wires, or when touching exposed wires. That's why the earth leakage circuit breaker is used. When a leakage occurs, the ELCB will trip off, so there's no electricity passing to the DB. By the way, the ELCB is same as the MCB, but it has an additive feature, which is detecting an earth leakage current. Moreover, there are two different types of sensitivity are commonly used, a 30 milliampere and 300 milliampere. For a power bus bar or a power DB, the sensitivity is 30 milliampere, while in a light DB or a light bus bar, the sensitivity is 300 milliampere. Previously, we said that the sensitivity for the ELCB in the power bus bar or DB is 30 milliampere, which means it can sense a small leakage of current more than a 300 milliampere. So it's much safer than a 300 milliampere. For example, look to this picture. A baby plays with a power outlet, so assume there is an exposed wire, and by mistake the baby touched the live wire. In this case, the current will pass through the baby to the earth, and this is the leakage current. So to avoid the continuity of the leakage current, we use the ELCB to avoid electric disasters. Again, ELCB is like a sensor or a supervisor for any leakage. When it detects a leakage, it will trip off. That's it. So simple, so easy. Benefit of using earth leakage breaker. Mm, okay, we've mentioned this already. Let's move on. How does the leakage happen? When you touch a live wire, definitely a leakage occurs. But why? Because you are conductive, which allows the current to pass through your body. After that, the current will pass through you to the ground. Again, why? Because the ground is a conductive also. So we conclude that the current passes through any conductive material. Here it comes the main point of using ELCB, because when it detects any leakage, it will trip off the electrical panel. However, this process happens in a few milliseconds. Okay, pay attention. If the machine is active and you touch the neutral wire, you will be shocked also. But if you touch the neutral wire while the machine is not active, it will not shock you. Anyway, please don't touch the neutral or the live wires. And please take in your consideration the safety first comments while working with electricity. Okay, we are still in the same topic. This figure simplifies the leakage current. This man touches the live wire so that some of the current will be out. Meanwhile, if this man touches the neutral wire while the light is on, a leakage will be occurred also. Short circuit. What do we mean by short circuit? I think people used to tag any electric fault to short circuit. Oh my god, there's a short circuit, oh, a short circuit happened, and so on. But let's analyze it together. My friends, Short circuit happens when live and neutral wires touch each other. And as you know, the resistance for the wire is close to zero, so that the current is going to increase till infinity. It's still not clear. It's still not clear for you. Okay, let's discuss it by considering Ohm's law. You know that each load has a resistance value, and you know also the relation between the current and the resistor is inversely proportional. So if the resistor is high, the current is low, and vice versa. Okay, we said earlier the short circuit occurs when live wire and neutral wire touch each other. Let's apply this idea on this figure. When both wires touch each other, the current will neglect any load and will no longer move through the load, so that the resistance becomes zero. And here's the disaster, because when the resistance becomes zero, the current becomes infinite. What will happen when the short circuit exists? Definitely the circuit breaker will trip off, because each circuit breaker has a certain value, and if the passing current exceeds the value in the breaker, it will trip off. That's it. Okay, let's continue. Finally, just general information how to make a good earthing. The main point is to discharge electricity when an earth leakage occurs. So we have to increase the conductivity for the body of the building. And again, when the conductivity increases, the resistance decreases. Yeah. Number one, dig a hole 3 to 4 meters at least. Number two, bring a copper rod and put it in the hole. Number three, bring carbon, salt, and sand to increase the conductivity, and put it as shown in the figure, of course. Number four, put a markable concrete box with its cover and connect earth wire from the road into the building. You might need to do the same procedures in several locations for the same building. Of course, it depends on the recommendations in your country. Thankfully, we finished section 4. I will see you in the next section. Good luck.